Hi guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Nicole and here on We Mama I do lots of motherhood, lifestyle, cleaning and organisational videos. So if you like that kind of content, I would love it if you could stick around and maybe consider subscribing. Today's video is going to be a motherhood video and I'm just going to be talking about how to have a toddler on a budget. Toddlers, children, babies are just so expensive. Everything you do with them adds up, from like days out to food to toys. Keeping them entertained sometimes can just be a little bit expensive, a bit spenny. So I just wanted to share some tips that I use just to make things a little bit less expensive, just to keep costs down. Of course, I can't really do this right now due to the current situation, but I'm definitely keeping all of these options open when we are free. Some of these you might already do, some of them you might not have really kind of heard about before, and some of them are really obvious. But yeah, I just wanted to share them in case they help you out. Into it. Number one, it might be an obvious tip, but the library. The library, of course, is just an endless day out of possibilities. You could spend a good morning there. Some libraries are admittedly better than others. You can go and spend quite a lot of time there. When I used to live in Chester, our library just had a huge, like, £1 million makeover, and it became like a cinema, and it had lots of things going on. But basically the children's section got revamped and it was beautiful. I was so gutted when we left Chester, but it had like a seating area where they would have guest readers and authors coming in, and you could just take your children on set days to go and listen to the stories. It had like a mark making area. It was fantastic. Now we've moved to a bit of a slower part of the world where the libraries have kind of been forgotten about in a way, and at my local library, even though it's not as great as my previous one, it is still, you know, it does its job. You can lend your books, it has like a mark making table, and so even though it's not as fancy and hasn't got as much going on, it's still filled with plenty of free resources. Obviously all you need is your library card, sign up, and you're good to go. Libraries have always been a huge part of my life because my mum always used to take me from a young age, and I used to get excited about it, and I really hope that when all of this is over and I can take my little boy back to the library, that we will be straight back in there, because I think when I did take him before, he was still, I think he was only just crawling. I don't even think he was walking. So yeah, we didn't really have that much time in the library. But of course they have like little soft areas where you can go and sit and just kill a few hours flicking through all the books, take them home. Books can really add up and get quite expensive, even though they're lovely to keep. I know that whenever I've gone into Waterstones to purchase some books and I just see the prices for, like, you know, £8.99, £9.99 a book, and if it's something that you really want, then obviously it's lovely to have. But over time, like, I really want to read a lot of books to my little boy, and those £9, £8 add up. And so of course the library is a great place. I know that in my local library we also have something called Music Monkeys or Melody Monkeys, where it's like a little toddler group where you go with your babies and explore music. So that's really great. I know that the libraries have lots of other things going on. So libraries are a great budget-friendly way for a morning or day out with your toddler. Another budget-friendly option for practically anything is Facebook Marketplace. When I became pregnant, Facebook Marketplace was my best friend. I bought so many things secondhand for my baby's cot, pram, lots and lots of things, and it is like a treasure trove. Some people just want to get rid of things, so they will list things for free. They just are sick of the sight of some things and just like, get it out, get it away from me. And obviously some people do want a bit of money for it, but they are usually so good with their pricing. I really highly recommend Facebook Marketplace. I have actually bought quite a few toys from there now. My mum has bought lots of toys to fill out my little boy's bedroom at her house. I think she got a fantastic wooden train track box. So it's essentially one of those boxes with like a tray underneath to put the trains on, and the whole surface is a train track and you can build trains on it. fantastic. I have really got my eye on quite a few things. I'm looking out for a doll's house for my children. I just can't seem to find anything that I like online. Everything's really plasticky and the wooden stuff is just outrageously expensive. So I'm looking for a good worn-in kind of dollhouse that I might even DIY. So I've got my eyes set on that. I've also seen a load of Sylvanian families. I never really had that when I was a kid. I think I just had the models, but I never really had the houses and things like that. And I've noticed that when I've been searching on Facebook Marketplace, they've got like tree houses and camper vans. When I was a child, I was obsessed with small wheel play, so I cannot wait to buy things like that and to like really fuel my children's imagination with those. I know that if I bought them right now, my little boy, I don't think he would have that much of an interest because we've already got some small wheel things and he's not 100% into that imaginative play just yet with like figurines, so I can't wait to purchase those when he's a few months older. The other thing that I have my eye on with Facebook Marketplace is a Wendy house. My goal, like project this summer, is to purchase like a wooden outdoor Wendy house and really do it up, like have a proper DIY, get like fake tiles for it. I did my kitchen makeover on the little IKEA ducted kitchen, which I will link below. And I love doing that, painting it, sanding it, priming it. I cannot wait to get an actual house and to do that up from scratch. I really don't want to go and purchase an extortionately priced Wendy house brand new because they are so expensive and I don't really want anything plastic. So it would be great if I could find something wooden, ready-made that we can just like lift over the fence into our garden and my children can play with this summer. So yeah, Facebook Marketplace, if you are looking for any kind of toys, then this is a great place to start. If you are a little bit like short on cash, there is just so much on there. And even if you're not selling, you can also put out wanted posters. So when someone's searching for something to say, oh, look at prices, like what is this selling for? You can see people saying, oh, wanted IKEA kitchen, for example. It is a great budget-friendly place and I might have a slight addiction. My next budget tip is Tesco club cards. I personally use Tesco. I don't know any other supermarkets where you do a point system with this outcome. With club cards, essentially, when you do your shop, you get a certain amount of points and then they build up and you can either just use these for vouchers or you can turn it into something else. So essentially, ever since I left home, I've been shopping at Tesco and I just use these vouchers in store. So I would have like £3.50 or £10 to spend with my voucher in stores, and that's what I've always done until I saw it somewhere that you can actually save these points and use them towards days out, meals, holiday places, and I thought that was genius because I didn't really need well, I say that, I do need £10 off my shopping, but days out are so expensive. The first time I used this system when our little boy was around 6 months and we went to the Birmingham aquarium, the Sea Life aquarium, and obviously my little boy was only 6 months so we didn't have to pay for him, so we were only paying for me and my husband, and it still came to like 40-50 quid. It was extortionate, but I really wanted to take my little boy there because I knew it would be a really good sensory experience. And having this new information that you can actually use your club card points to basically redeem them on day outs vouchers, it was like a no-brainer for me. I did it straight away and I think I got about £10-15 off of these tickets. I have used this so many times now. I think we've done the West Midlands Safari. I've got tickets off that. I got about £20 off a hotel room. I think they linked to like booking.com. I can't wait for the wheel to reopen and use my vouchers. I can't wait to go to like Warwick Castle with my little boy. There are so many like days out on there, and I think you can even get up to 50, even £100 off of like holiday cottages, which is fantastic. I'm not 100% sure if I know like Sainsbury's, Morrison's, they do like point systems, but I don't know if you can redeem them into days out and things like that. I didn't even know that Tesco could do it until after I had children. So I would just have a good look into your supermarket point systems because this is a great way to save money, especially if you're a big family, because things like that just add up. Next on my list is the National Trust. The National Trust is one of my just favourite things in life. My mum and dad actually used to take me to National Trust places from when I was a kid, and now I take my children to those spots, and it is so lovely to have the, like, you know, there's nostalgia that I used to run around these gardens. If you're not aware of what the National Trust is, they are basically manor houses, gardens, coastal walks, meadows, fields, monuments around the UK that have been bought by like a trust foundation called the National Trust, and they are basically restoring these old beautiful houses. There are thousands of these places across the UK, so you will never be far away from them. They are a fantastic day out. I'm not entirely sure of pricing when you arrive to the location because I have always been a member. I pay £10 every month and we can just rock up whenever we want. And I actually put the National Trust down to keeping my sanity during these lockdowns. Throughout these lockdowns, the gardens to these like manor houses have actually remained open. If you are a member and you book online, you could save a spot, a time, and you can just go and visit the garden for a few hours. So with a toddler who is fed up of seeing the same parks over and over again, the same river walk, the National Trust was a lifesaver for us during these lockdowns. We live near 3 huge houses in our Cotswolds area, so we went to those quite often. We took picnics and it was just a great day out. The houses are beautiful, but I actually wouldn't really recommend those when you have a toddler because I don't know how interesting they're going to be for a toddler. But the gardens are brilliant. They are huge, spacious environments. They have so much going on for children, from like activities, just hideaways, and they are fantastic for all ages. For days out with children, they have so many activities and things going on for children. They are a great day out. So they can be a bit expensive if you aren't a member. If you just rock up and you go, they aren't entirely budget friendly there. I can't tell you how much it is on the door, like I said, but I am a member now, so I literally pay £10 a month for myself and my husband, which works out fantastically for us. And we also got a £10 voucher for signing up, so we still have that to spend, so I'm excited to get shopping. And last on my list is picnics, which is just an obvious one really. Picnics are the way to go, aren't they? And obviously at the moment we can't do anything anyway, and I don't even think we're allowed to eat picnics outside, but we would always take a picnic just to like the National Trust areas before the pandemic hit, because going into the cafe, it would just add up. And same for days out. If you're going to like a theme park, any kind of day trip really, if you have the funds to go out and eat, it's great. But I am like adding to my family, and even though we aren't paying for Nina, from like my 7-month-old, to eat out, things like that, it just adds up. With the toddler having snack, drinks, coffees, teas, like a lunch for the 3 of us, my husband, myself and my little boy, the day can just add up, and before we know it, we've spent like £30–40 just on food. So if we take our own packed lunches, this is just a great way, budget tip for saving some money on a day out. So guys, that is all 5 of my tips. I know these might not be groundbreaking, hopefully some of them helped you. I really highly recommend the National Trust and the Club Card apps. They are great fun. Definitely download the Club Card app if you're with Tesco, and also the National Trust app so you can see what's near you. I would absolutely love it if you could give this video a thumbs up. Please leave any comments down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!